How's it going, Rogues Gallery, and welcome to another Flesh and Blood video here on Red Zone Rogue. Today, we have a very unique video as I paid Japanese anime artists to draw Flesh and Blood heroes. This is something that I've wanted to do for a while, and this video has actually taken me about 4 months of planning and just art acquisition. And I'll tell you how I did it really quickly before we start jumping into the amazing art. If you are a fan of Flesh and Blood, or a fan of anime, or better yet, a fan of both, you're going to love this video. But even if you're just a fan of Flesh and Blood, I think you're gonna really like it because some of these turned out to be awesome. They're all fantastic. So basically what I did is I approached some Japanese artists. All of these artists are from Japan. Most of them don't even speak English or even have any idea of what Flesh and Blood is, through a website called Skeb. So Skeb is a website where you can commission Japanese artists to do kind of just whatever you want. It auto-translates for you, but you really don't have a lot of say into what goes on. You don't have commercial rights to these. The artists have full rights. So it's just kind of like a way to get like a personal commission done. And I thought it'd be really fun to use Skeb to get Japanese artists to draw Flesh and Blood heroes. Now, I went into this wanting to get 6 pieces of art done, and because of the way Skeb works, the artists, basically you just submit a request, right? And then they'll see the request, and then they can either accept it or they can reject it, right? So what had happened was, initially I submitted about 7 or 8. A couple of those immediately got rejected. The artists don't have to draw if they don't want to draw, right? A lot of them tend to like female characters, so a lot of the male characters, well, all of the male characters that I suggested got rejected. And then about a month and a half in, another couple of the artists just kind of like bailed, and I got refunded, but they just bailed. So I ended up with 4. We have 4 pieces of art to show today, of varying art styles. They're all an anime art style. Some of them more realistic, some of them just gorgeous, some of them just really cute. And I'm really excited to share. I'm also going to share with you the prompt that I gave the artist. It's all very simple, as well as the piece of art that I gave them to reference. So we're going to go over all of that today. I think it's just going to be a really fun video. And if you like this video, please let me know in the comments down below. This video was not cheap. I literally commissioned all of these artists. I paid them to make all of this art, and it also took a long time. So if you would like me to do this again, please let me know, and then maybe in another couple months, we'll have another one, hopefully with some male characters this time. I also want to say going into this that, like I mentioned before, I don't have any commercial rights to any of this stuff. So I will not be able to make playmats or sleeves out of any of these pieces of artwork. All of the rights belong to the artists, which I will link in the description down below. I will link all of their Twitter and Skeb profiles. Just know, going on to Skeb, it is kind of the Wild West if you don't have certain filters on. Let's just say you can commission artists to do anything. And so there's a lot of stuff that if you have small children, you may not want them to see, or maybe you don't want to see that stuff yourself. So just know Skeb is the Wild West when it comes to this kind of stuff, but there are some filters. If you make an account, you can choose like filters and stuff. So anyway, let's start off talking about the first one. It's one that you've already seen. In fact, we used it in the thumbnail. It is Prism. And for this Prism piece, I actually asked the artist, and this is true for all of them, and I said, hey, can you please draw one of my favorite characters from my favorite card game? And for this one, I said, her name is Prism. She is a magic user and illusionist because, like I said, this all gets translated into Japanese, and I wanted it to get translated in the best way possible. And then I also gave them the adult Prism artwork to go off of. And I also said, you can use any pose, and I just want you to make it in your style. Any pose that you want, just make it in your style. And so here is the final version of this art piece. It is absolutely glorious. For this art piece in particular, I loved it so much And I knew that you would love it so much that I actually went out of my way to message the artist, who doesn't speak any English at all, if I could somehow get the rights to use this for a playmat or sleeves. And the artist respectfully declined, and I 100% respect their decision. But they did offer to possibly work with me in the future to make something that I would have the rights to, possibly for some sleeves, because they didn't know that going into this, so they think they can do better. They want to make it a better quality. So I respect that a lot. I respect their decision, and this is an absolutely gorgeous piece of artwork. If you'd like to use this as like a desktop wallpaper or for your phone or something like that, once again, I will have links to all of this stuff in the description down below. Absolutely fantastic artists. They have like less than 100 followers on Twitter, and they are brilliant, so they deserve a lot more than that. So, or you can hire them on Skeb yourself. So that was our first piece of artwork. That was one of the two more detailed ones, and I wanted to show that one off first because I used it in the thumbnail, and I wanted you to kind of get the one that you've seen out of the way. And now let's get into the ones that you haven't seen. And so I have 3 more pieces to show you, and like I said, I love all of them for many different reasons. 2 of them are going to be very, very cutesy. So let's get on to one of the cutesy ones, right? Let's show off Lexi. This one is going to be a young Lexi. This is the piece of art that I gave them to use as a reference. It's just the young Lexi piece of artwork, and it's the same kind of deal. I was just like, hey, this is a character named Lexi from my favorite card game. She is a really happy-go-lucky, fun ranger, hunter type character, and this is what she looks like. Please do your own style and your own pose, whatever you like. And this is the piece of artwork that they got back to me. And it's just super cute. They actually gave me 2 pieces of artwork with different expressions for Lexi, and she's just absolutely adorable. Just very, very cute. It reminds me of kind of like a very slice of life, cute anime manga vibe. Very, very different from the previous piece, but I still love it quite a bit. It's very, very cute. This is the first piece of art that came back to me, and yeah, I really, really like it. I will also mention for Skeb that you don't have any ability to, once they submit the art, you can't really ask them to change it. It's just kind of like you ask them to do the piece of artwork, they do it, and then you just gotta roll. You just gotta roll with it. But I still really like it. Once again, shout out to the artist. It's very, very cute, and I like it quite a bit. So that was our first piece of really, really cute artwork. We're gonna show one more piece of really cute artwork from a different artist, and then we're gonna show a really detailed one that I know a lot of you are gonna love. The last one is gonna be just wait for the last one. Okay, so let's show off this next one. It's actually Dash. So this Dash piece, I actually gave them the young Dash artwork to use as a reference. And a similar story, I just said, hey, this is Dash. She's one of my favorite characters from my favorite card game. She is a inventor, mechanologist. I didn't really say mechanologist because that doesn't really translate into Japanese. I said like a steampunk inventor kind of thing. And she's also just really like smart and happy character. And so this is the piece of artwork that I got back, and once again, it is absolutely adorable. Look how freaking cute Dash is. I really, really like this one. Once again, it looks like she could be in a really cute slice of life anime or manga, like, you know, the daily life of an inventor in metrics. Once again, I think this is just really, really fantastic, really, really cute. I would love to see some of these cuter artists do all of the characters. Like to see this artist do something like Greiner or like Viserai or something. I think it would be really, really cool to see all the characters in their style kind of just lined up in a row. And yeah, I really wanted to get some mechanologist love in there, get some Dash love, and I think this one turned out very, very well. And so here we are on the 4th and final art piece, and you might be thinking, okay, we've seen Lexi, but where's our girl Azalea? And you know me, I had to get Azalea. And so the artist that I commissioned for this Azalea I looked at their portfolio, and they do a lot of like really dark art, and I was like, oh, this could look really cool with Azalea. And so The piece of art that I actually gave them to use as a reference was the Seek and Destroy artwork, actually. So this time I didn't use one of the hero artworks. I actually used the Seek and Destroy artwork because I figured the position and it just kind of like gelled most with like an anime style, and also I just really like the Seek and Destroy artwork. And so this is what they gave back to me. I present to you this amazing Azalea piece of artwork. It looks so cool, and I love how it definitely, I mean, obviously looks like Azalea, but it also uses a lot of the artist's own style, and you can definitely tell that they put a lot of their own style into it. Death Dealer looks super lean and dangerous, and Azalea still looks very like cool and mysterious, like she's just gonna snipe you in the head out of nowhere. Absolutely fantastic. And once again, I do have links to all of this in the description down below. Links to the artist as well as their Skeb page. That is that for today's video. This was such a fun project. This is a video, by the way. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. This is a video that literally just cost me a bunch of money to make, but I wanted to do it because I thought it would be so much fun for me and for all of you out there to see different takes on our favorite characters. Some of the characters that I had requested, but they either got turned down or they just never finished it. Like, you know, 2 months into the project, they just got canceled and I got refunded. There was Ira, I wanted to do Ira, I wanted to do Bravo, and I wanted to do Viscerai. And if you would like to see those heroes, those are the ones that I would really like to do on the next go around. But, you know, maybe some new ones too. Maybe we'll get some Valda. Maybe we'll get some Valda in there, or some other new heroes for whatever the new heroes are in the next set. Please let me know in the comments down below. Share this, and you know, the more, you know, that people tell me they want me to see more of this kind of stuff, the more I will do. Also, let me know if you are interested in getting sleeves or playmats of this style done. I don't have a lot of plans right now because currently the sleeves and playmats that I'm doing I'm commissioning actual like flesh and blood artists to do it, and it's brilliant. It's so good so far. I'm currently working with 2 flesh and blood artists. One of them is much further along than another, and every time she sends me an update, I get so excited. It looks so good. Like, oh, it looks so good. Such a fantastic and talented artist. We'll talk about that later when the time comes. I'll talk to you about the whole process we're going through. But once again, thank you so much for watching. This was such a fun video. I've been, you know, waiting for like months to do this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. And you know what? I'll see you next time for some more Flesh and Blood content. Have a good one all. See you later.